What up, homie? That's funny. Good morning, Crystal. Bilal, good morning. How are you, Bilal? So this makeup has been put on, cried off, touched up, cried off, touched up again, cried off again. So if I start crying here, I will be fucking leaving because, oh Jesus, I keep getting restrictions for smoking. Oh well. Yeah, today ain't been a good day. Today ain't been a good motherfucking day. I'm always happy to see you, Bilal. A little bit of air moving today, which is nice because it's gonna be 100 fucking degrees. So what's everybody up to this morning before I talk about my morning? Because that's been shit. That's been shit.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bilal. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you too? What
Shway shway.
happened? What happened to Shway Shway?
Shway shway.
Problem home?
Yeah, got a couple problems
Mm,
for sure.
sorry, bro.
Couple problems, but here we are. Here the fuck we are. I, as I'm navigating this fuckery, um, I saw some things, and I get it. I get it that people want to like defend their friend. I get that part. I really do. But it's super hard for me to sympathize fully. So I saw like the I stand with Virgo backgrounds and stuff like that, and I understand. I understand. And I understand too that what Scammy is doing to Virgo. Thank you, Bilal. I hope you do too. Hi, Alyssa. But what Scammy is doing to Virgo is absolutely wrong, and it looks painfully familiar to what she did to me. So if anybody's going to take anything away from this, can we just please understand that if Scammy Claus does not like you, or your opinions seem to go somewhat against what she's speaking about, she will absolutely jump on the bandwagon and frame a quote unquote scam around you. Does she even consider herself anti-scammer awareness anymore? I don't think so. But so basically what I see is Scammy Claus doesn't move in facts, right? Because she says so many lies, you can't keep up with them. Scammy Claus just moves in hate. That's all. The only thing motivating her is the dislike for a person. It's not to come here and save you from anything. It's not to come here and make you aware of anything. That's not what it's for. She doesn't like someone or has a personal issue with someone and then comes to the internet and frames some big, ugly lie around them, stretches what actually happened into this huge conspiracy, because that's basically what she operates in, is conspiracy theories, very few facts. I've heard some of the things that she has completely embellished, and it's wrong. But for me, I've been around long enough, right, that I remember Virgo having points of view and a lot of the same kind of good morning hills, the same kind of advice for people, right? There were quite a few times that Virgo came to the app and said, Christmas comes every time the same year, or the same time every year. There's no reason why you shouldn't be prepared for Christmas. You know what I mean? Things like that. Those are out there. Those lives are out there. Anybody can go and listen to those. So it's really hard for me to then shift to sympathy. Hi, Dawn. Even though I sympathize, but not to the fullest extent. Parts of me go, hey, that's kind of karmatic. And I also believe that people that know the struggle of a struggle should never be criticizing somebody else's struggle. Yes. So like when and don't get me wrong, because I understand that there are absolute scammers out there, that there are people out there that will come to this app, like the Beth Osbornes, like the Tulips, the people that will come here simply to get something that they're capable of getting on their own, right? Every day they start alive, they get as much money as they can, and they do what they do. I understand those. But there's a lot of times where people that are really struggling, that are actually have a struggle, and they come here and automatically we're talking about them. Automatically they're a scammer. The first day on the app, ever asking for anything, and automatically they're scamming. And that is just not always the truth. People struggle. It is not horrible. It doesn't make you a shit person because you had to ask somebody for help. So I hope that moving forward, then Virgo can maybe be a little bit easier on the struggle. All of them collectively could do that. But the constant getting on the internet and dragging just for views and attention is crazy work. Really crazy work. Some kids got some gifts on Christmas. Everybody should be happy about that. Not one person should have a bad thing to say about that. Somebody got help with their light bill. which kept the lights and the ability to cook for those children. So I don't really believe that anybody should be mad about that either. And I don't understand why this is this way, or why people have to move in that way. It's kind of crazy to me. Boy, I have a plan. And I'm not even gonna bring her name up because fucking why. But there's a creator on here that pushes a narrative that I'm a vindictive person. And there could be some truth to that. I do have a pretty strong vindictive streak, but in order to activate that behavior in me, you would have to do some real fuck shit to me. So, as in regards to this apartment complex, right? This has been a 3 week rental process, which I've never heard of in my fucking life, right? I spoke to the woman who oversees this apartment complex, right? And during our first conversation, I told her the position that I was in, and she came to me from a position of an autistic parent. So I felt as though she had a better understanding as to what I was looking at than the average person. The fact that she's drug her feet and refuses to answer emails, phone calls, texts, and any other form of communication. That if this is in fact this woman backing out of renting to me, that vindictive part is going to come out, and it's going to come out hard. I will drag that woman, that apartment complex, over every social media app that I can possibly log into. And then what I'll probably do after I do that is call my local news station and get a segment there and do it on live TV. That would be great. The things and the plans that I have for this establishment, you could probably go with vindictive, but I would also go with very fucking valid. So yay, can't wait. I'll be sharing all of that out so that everybody can comment and say how they fucking feel about it, because this is some straight fuckery. I have 7 days, 7 days from today, 7 days, to move. After that 7 days is up, my granddaughter is out of school, and that will be an impossible thing to do at that point. So it's really kind of crazy. Really kind of crazy. So my caseworker called me this morning about a house in a town that I have said 3,000 times that I don't want to fucking live in. 1,000 fucking times I've said that. And that also is a school district change. That is also a school transportation change that affects her because she goes back to school July 8th until July 24th, and I have to have a IEP through that school district. I have to have everything ready, and I have no time. Or then what? She just doesn't go to summer school over my dead fucking body. Over my dead fucking body. So, there are people, real people, in real life that have real struggles. And sometimes, and I would say more often than fucking not, it really isn't at a fault of their own. It's absolutely a result of the economic times that we're living in. And kudos to y'all that ain't feeling the effects. Kudos to you and your fucking privilege. But understand that me, personally, I'm not the only one going through this. I'm not the only one struggling for housing. I'm not the only one struggling in life. And sometimes those people are going to end up on this app to try to figure it out for their fucking families. And I'm thinking that maybe, since we're seeing like a different side of it here, moving forward, we can show a little bit more fucking empathy to the people that are going through something. And then if they show up here habitually asking for the same thing, then fucking talk about them. But if they just happen to get a little help on Christmas, or just happen to get a little help on a bill, and you want to make that the world's biggest problem, you look fucking stupid doing it. And I do believe that people that know the struggle respect the struggle a lot more. Good morning, Deb. I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm fucking exhausted. My anxiety is horrible. And I'm not gonna cry here. I'm just gonna go, but my granddaughter's behaviors are escalating every day. And I know what that means, man. I know what it means. Last night, the meltdown lasted over an hour, and the entire hour were SIVs the entire time. To the point where I think her eye, to me, looked a little black this morning because she concentrates very heavily on the right side of her face. And I definitely could see some swelling this morning. It's fucking shitty, man. It does me too, Crystal, every day. Every fucking day. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, no more. My bad. I'm trying to demand answers today. Like, I'm trying to demand them. Like, this is ridiculous. And I mean, if she's scared about telling me like she's not going, or like we're not moving forward, then she should be. She absolutely should be. That is a very valid fear. A very valid fear, because people have no idea. You might think I'm a bitch, or I can be this way or that way. You ain't seen shit yet, bitch. You ain't seen a fuck thing yet. Do something, impact this child's life in a negative way, and you will wish you never came across me. And I promise you that each and every fucking time. I will stay a thorn in your side over this child. I know, Crystal, and you're not either. You aren't either. It just ruined everything, man. And I'm the one that has to pick up all the fallout, so. Yay me, man. That's why you ain't never gonna catch me out here talking about the next person's struggle. I'm never ripping another human apart because life is hard. I'm just not gonna do it. Nothing. There's nothing I can do. This apartment building broke ties with Section 8. They broke ties with Section 8. That rent increase was for a reason. That they knew making that rent increase that Section 8 would back out. That's why they did it. They broke ties with Section 8. There's no two ways about it. It was for a fucking reason. So fuck you and the fucking narrative. Pay the $100 and stay. Bitch, if I could, you think I fucking wouldn't? You think a fucking $100 was gonna, you think I was gonna sit back and let $100 impact my fucking granddaughter's life? Fuck you. If I had the fucking ability or even the fucking choice to pay the fucking difference, you don't think I would? You don't think I'd do everything I could if I didn't have it to make it work? Fuck you. There's not a fuck person on this internet that knows what I'm capable when it comes to this fucking kid. And I'm telling you that now. It's not $100 a month, you dumb fucking cunt. Block that account. Swear to God, block it. Fuck out of here. That ain't nobody but fucking sunshine. Listen, when I talked to the housing authority later, she said they wanted much more than $100. What they did was purposeful. They broke ties with Section 8. Plain and simple. They were done. Oh, Loopy, I'm in just a fucked up position because of housing. There's really, okay, so the only way you're going to get emergency housing is if you are in fact homeless, right? So right now I'm still in the navigation area. So what this apartment complex did was, because I'm the only one, there were 5 Section 8 apartments here, right? I'm the last one. Everybody else is moved. Do you know why? Because it's not that fucking easy for me. It is not that fucking easy for me. There's a lot of fucking things in consideration. Honey, I haven't heard about those in a long time. But, no, I lost my train of thought. That's gonna happen 100 fucking times. So what they did was they got a hold of the housing authority and said, we'll give a 3-month extension. Is there anything? No. No, there's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can do. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. But they gave me a 3-month extension here, but that doesn't change things for me. That does not change things for me, because what, I'm going to move now or I'm going to move when we're going back? It's so hard. Guys don't understand what she's been through. This child already experienced homelessness at the ripe old age of 4. We moved 3 times in less than a year. And now, after 3 years here, we're having to do it again. That is the perfect scenario for regression. It's already happening. But it's this apartment complex that's fucking everything up. It's the lack of fucking professionalism. I've never experienced somebody move in a more unprofessional way than when I'm reaching out. I'm not the only one reaching out to her. My caseworker yesterday, emails, texts. I'm emailing. I'm copying the email to everybody. Like, why aren't you answering me, lady? You told me last week that you approved me and that I could have it, and then I'm not hearing from you again? I'm just sitting here? Oh my God. And let's be 100% on this. This apartment complex is also advertising. We have a pool. We have a tennis court and basketball court that look post-apocalyptic. And I'm not even exaggerating. They both look like they had made it through a nuclear war. So what are you really advertising here? And if you have people showing up to your apartment complex and seeing that, and they're not renting from you, it's probably because of that. It's probably because they expected to show up to a beautiful tennis court and basketball court and pool, and they all look like they apocalyptic. Oh my fucking God, dude. I just don't know anymore. I really just don't know anymore. Thank you. Thank you. I should have turned my gifts off before I come here all emotional like that. Because one thing I don't like to do, first of all, I don't like crying, period. Let alone crying in front of people is probably even more bothersome. But here the fuck I am. I'm going to show you guys a picture. I got a little message for the team that won't let it go. Shoulda let it go. Listen, Florida Man's music gives me so much fucking serotonin. Thank you, Delulu. But it's really not a good idea to... Good morning, Firebird. I'm just passing through. Why are you just passing through? Where are you going? Where are you going? I got a little message for the... Look how sweet she is. Just look how sweet she is. This child is like my fucking everything. You know what I mean? I took that picture of her and I just thought it was so cute because look at her little... She does that. She looks like a little librarian when she does that. Oh God, I love her. And listen, that's what it is. That's what fuels my anger. That's what makes me fucking aggressive. That's what all of it. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I had an identity before this, right? Like, I had my own identity. Like, I had my career. I had, a sense of self worth as being able to always be the provider. I've been a single mom most of my child's life. Horrible. Addiction, the whole thing. Listen, I don't come here and talk about myself. I really don't, right? But, my house, when I lost everything. Fucking everything. My house burned down in 2010. I went into a horrible fucking cycle of alcoholism and poor mental health. I pulled myself up out of that, and it took me 6 motherfucking years to do it. 6 fucking years. And I did it. I got a good job. I got a home. I bought a car. And 4 days after I bought my car, 4 fucking days after I bought my car, shit hit the fan. And I literally lost all of it. Because there was no way that I was letting my nonverbal granddaughter go to foster care. Oh, pasta. Pasta? I ain't talking about it anymore, pasta, because I'm gonna cry some more, and I ain't crying no more. I got a little message for the team that won't let it go. Shoulda let it go. It's stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Yeah, it's bad, pasta. It's real bad. It's real bad. But just to turn around and lose everything back again. And not only lose like all the materialistic things, right? But lose your sense of self, lose your lose the things that give you like your self-worth. Working was always my thing, and even when I was a no good fucking drunk bitch, I had a job. Even when I was a no good drunk, I had maybe 2 jobs. Yeah, or I think I get my self-worth from providing, right? Because that had always been my strong point. No matter what, a bitch is gonna provide. So of course, being in the financial position that I'm in, being that I know that I'm more than capable of giving this child everything she needs financially all around the board, but not given the opportunity to provide financially because nobody can figure out a way to get me back to work. These are things that I work on constantly. Every year I say, this is the year I'm going to go back to work. This is the year I'm going to go back to work. And every fucking year comes and goes. So every year when that comes and goes, my self-worth goes down and down and down, even though my job here is still very important. What I'm doing is still very important, but it is not what I consider enough. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know that I'm capable of being able to give her much more than what the system will fucking give her. Because when I tell you it's next to nothing, it's next to nothing. Now, if you see in Ohio yesterday, there's a bill getting ready to pass that is going to take away paid caregiving. There's no paid caregiving here in Pennsylvania. Your child has to be medically complicated to be able to get paid caregiving. So in Ohio, parents of high support need children are able, which the same for G, she is a high support needs child. Now, what they're doing is taking that away from them. They're passing a bill to say you can no longer get paid for caring for your child. And that is going to be devastating. Devastating to parents of autistic children in Ohio. And that's another place where Scammy doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She thinks that's just fucking universal all around the country, that every parent of a disabled child is able to be paid to care for that child. That is not the case. And the fucking amount of hoops you have to jump through to get anything is absolutely criminal. Like, you have the time to do it. I hope that people are going to start, or really, with the way things are going, because this kind of thing is going to get much worse. You're going to see thank you. You're going to see a lot more of this. You're going to see a lot more people like me in positions of they're going to be in pretty desperate positions. And I just wish we could stop giving people like Scammy Claus like the ammunition to keep doing that to people, because if you continue to show up and support and clap for it, she's just going to keep doing it to whoever she wants to. And criticizing mothers that already feel like shit for not being able to be in the position to do for their children is horrible. Hi, Tiffany. You think Virgo doesn't feel bad enough? Do you think Virgo didn't feel like absolute fucking hell on Christmas? Like, you think it's necessary to drag her through the fucking mud? Like, I don't know. I think we prove how awful we are every day that we come here and do stuff like that. Like, and all I can do is just know that I'm never gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, Loopy, of course. You don't have to ask. Just request. Samsy.
Hey,
Hey.
thanks for letting me up.
Always.
I'm just sitting here listening to you and thinking about how like particularly awful shit has been on here lately and what some of the subject matter has been, especially with how critical people have been of just making accusations about people being scammers, and just like you brought up Virgo, the way people have been going in hard on Virgo about some things that I feel maybe wouldn't have been brought up at all had the like original issues that people have with each other, if people would have just stayed
No
on
laugh
topic with
face.
some of
Sorry,
it.
Loopy. Hold on. There, I didn't mean that laugh face. It was just hugs and hearts. Go ahead.
Really what I want to say just is that, you know, people have been really awful on here to each other, not just lately, but for a long time. But lately, you know, it's felt really, really bad. And when I hear you and Virgo and other people share things that you don't necessarily share all the time that are going on in your personal life. Times are hard, and there are a lot of people, I would say most people are doing their best right now. And people are trying to keep food on the table, not even for themselves first and foremost, but for their kids, their families.
Absolutely.
So their kids don't have to go to bed with empty bellies. People are doing their best to make sure they survive, that they have roofs over their heads. And to come on this app and drag people who are going through those things and, accuse them of shit if there's not proof of it, and
Yeah.
to just be so
then-
unkind to people, especially about things that involve them, like survival. People are doing their best. Not everyone is a scammer, and times are hard. You don't know what people are going through financially, mentally, otherwise. And God, if we could just stop for a second even and understand there are things going on in all of our lives that we don't talk about, and those things could just be tearing us apart. And then you come on this app and there's bigotry and just all of this hate going on, and it tears people apart. And this app is part of people's real lives. The internet is not some like separate imaginary type of place that doesn't impact people's real lives. If this shit was just the internet, if this was just an app, you wouldn't have people on here going to court with each other over bullshit. It wouldn't escalate as far as it has in some situations.
Absolutely.
We're all going through a lot of shit right now, and to hear people being attacked for just trying to care for their families, like, God damn, can you all give each other a break? Can you give each other a shred of grace? Because there are people on here who are on the very fucking edge mentally, because they can't figure out how to feed their kids. They are worried about where they're going to sleep at night. There are so many things that you don't know what's going on. Like, just give people a fucking break. Everyone.
And I'm trying to tell people, like, because I mean, where we're at now is bad, right? It's bad. And that's not going to stop. That's only going to get worse. This is only going to get worse. And I said yesterday, when the economy is the way it is and people are struggling, that's why there is a rise in theft, because people are going to resort to doing things that they wouldn't normally do because they're in a desperate position. You can't avoid things like that happening. And
even the people who are more privileged in this society are struggling. I'm a fucking attorney, and I worked my ass off for this. I followed the path that everyone, told my generation, hey, you're supposed to, get through school, make good grades, go to college, all of that. I did that and then some. I work for local government, so I don't make the kind of salary that people assume all attorneys make. But I still make a better salary than a lot of people. And even I'm struggling. I have 6 figures of student loan debt that I have not been able to start paying back yet. And I've been out of school for a while. And it feels like a lot of the time I'm living paycheck to paycheck between rent, car payment, all of that. And I'm so privileged in so many ways. Like I have a secure job. I have money that a lot of people don't have. I drive around my city and I see more and more people sleeping on sidewalks and things like that. I am so blessed and privileged, and even I'm struggling. Yep. So we got to give each other some fucking grace in some of this, because most of us, I truly believe, like despite whatever persona we put on this app, people are doing their best to survive mentally, physically, all of the things. And we gotta pause and take a fucking breath.
And I keep stuff in perspective, right? Because even though even though my, financially not ideal here, I can still recognize that I am still privileged in what I do have compared to my friends, right? Like Bilal, Abood, I'm every day I'm still blessed. Every day I'm still privileged because I have cold water to drink, because I have a roof, because I have a meal. All of those things still make I can still see where I am still privileged in this world.
I mean, the fact that we have phones, devices, some of, people, we have more than one device, and we have internet, and we're able to get on here and engage in a lot of the bullshit. Like, that's privilege.
It
It's a
is.
privilege to have access to these things, like expensive devices, internet, all of that, to even come on here and fight with each other. That's a privilege.
Right?
It's a privilege to have enough food to eat at this point. Like,
Yep.
fuck, this is bad. And my issue with everything going on, especially in our country, is that, like, we can't ever band together as a society for a fuck ass thing. We
Nope.
can't get on the same page about anything.
Nope.
And if we could mobilize, like, maybe some things could change. But what we're going after each other for, like, asking for help. Let me tell you something. If I give money to someone, I'm giving it with my heart, and I'm giving it without expectation. And if I give money to somebody who said that they were in need, who said, I'm not going to be able to feed my kid tonight if I don't get $20, whatever. If I feel that that person is being genuine and I donate to them, and then I find out later that they were scamming the hell out of everybody, guess what? I gave that money without expectation. I know what my intention was. I had the money to give, and what someone does with it after that, they got to carry that on their soul.
Hey, Kaniki said this is so true. They conditioned us to police each other and not them.
Exactly. That's exactly it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking in circles and preaching to the choir, but
No, yeah, well,
when
no,
I
you're not at
hear,
all.
like, you speak about this and see how emotional you are and what you're struggling with, no, but, like, fuck all the drama on here and the beef and all of that. Like, nobody should have to go through what you're going through. Like, Jesus Christ, everybody deserves to have a roof over their head.
I think everybody has. To be honest, not just a roof, but I think everybody should be afforded safe, adequate housing. And I mean safe, right? Safe, adequate housing. Not not throwing people into buildings that aren't up to code. Making people live because they're financial, they have to live in a horrible place that isn't safe. You know what I mean? And that happens more often than not. We're like, oh, you're poor, so you have to live over here in this really unsafe area that's run down and blah blah blah. That we do it to ourselves. We're like, oh no, you're poor, you have to go over there, you can't live. You know what I mean? I think everybody should have the same opportunity at the same safe, adequate housing as everybody else does. And that's another thing that makes me so angry about this administration, and watching the apps. Okay, Bilal, and watching the hold on, Bilal, don't move. Bilal, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hey,
1 minute.
love. What?
Stay 1 minute. I
Don't
got a
sing anything for
little
me.
I got a little message for the team that won't let it go. Shoulda let it go. I love you, Bilal. I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, thank you, Bam.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I will
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank you, everyone. See you soon, inshallah.
See you soon,
Goodbye. Goodbye,
inshallah.
everyone. Luby, shukran. Thank you.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Bilal. And another thing, what sometimes I will hear people say, um, "Oh, you say that you're struggling, but you have a new phone, or you had this or that." People being poor doesn't mean that they should not have the opportunity to have some nice things, which, by the way, the world we live in now, having a phone is a necessity. That plays into safety. People, these kids, like the kids that are in school now, elementary school kids, parents are sending their kids to school with phones because they're worried about things happening at school and needing to get a hold of their kids. And regardless of what tax bracket you're in, parents should be able to have some assurance that their kids are safe, or at least to be able to get a hold of them if something does happen. Like, saying that poor people should never have nicer things once, not even once in a while, but I get if you don't have any money and you're blowing all of it on like gaming
Yeah,
systems and stuff.
yes, everybody can understand that. Yes, that if you're living beyond your means or you're doing a lot of frivolous spending, then that's a discipline thing with you then you need to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I think the majority of people that with families is not in fact the case.
Yeah. I mean, it just, all of this attacking when people are doing their best. And like, yeah, there are people out here hustling and they got businesses going on from their home. There are a lot of people who like do hair from their homes and things. And no, maybe they don't have the license that they need. But for example, like in the Black community, there are a lot of people who do hair, and they'll do hair out of their homes, and they don't have
They'll
licensing or their own spot to do it
They
in
make
because
meals that they sell out of their home too, because I saw somebody say, I would never buy food from a person who makes it in their home. Then you're missing out, bitch, because some of the best motherfucking meals I've had came from grandma's motherfucking kitchen.
right, and you better make sure every food truck that you go to is up to speed, because you know what I mean. Like, and I guess I understand the importance of following regulations and codes, especially of stuff like food. Um, but what I'm saying is that, like the example with like the Black community and people doing hair from their homes, things like that. So, because of racism, there are a lot of barriers to people being able to get loans for a space, for being
Period.
able to get business license, stuff like that. But it's really important that there are people who do hair out of their house, whether they have a license or not. Because guess what? In the Black community, it's really hard sometimes for us to find people who know how to do our hair. And so that's kind of an in community thing where you go to your own people because they know how to do your hair and care for it.
Or if
And
you happen to be a YT person like me and found out that YT women that cut hair usually lie about being able to cut naturally curly hair, and then you have like several bad haircuts from YT women, and then you learn that an African American woman can do it perfectly, and then you go to her forever, and then she stops doing hair, so you just don't go get your hair cut for 25 years because
yeah, and like my point with that is
she's
just
gone.
that, yeah, there are people out here hustling right now, and they may not be following everything by the book. And again, there are some things you can't cut corners with, but I don't blame any person who's out here hustling as long as they aren't harming other people and trying to survive in this fucking world right now. And I don't like all of the the
The
shaming.
shame.
How do you
The
think that
shame is
makes
wild.
a mother or any parent or caregiver feel when they're just trying to do their damnedest to put food on the table, and they got everybody scrutinizing them, and really it all stemmed from this fucking beef on here? And it's like, can we at least like not shame people who are just trying to make some money to like keep the household going. Maybe we could just not do that, because people got to make their money and get by. I don't know. I feel like trying to keep the lights on in your house or make sure that you have a place to stay at night. Uh, Maybe we just could not shame for those things.
I love that, Nikki. I love that.
Yeah, that you are
I
so
love
kind
that.
for doing
I
that.
love that. Samsy, I'm so happy. Samsy reached out to me, and she has a little girl with naturally curly hair, and she was like, what products are you using, because her hair's like real frizzy. And I told her, I said, and it's, I have just benefited. My hair reacts better to products made for African American women. I don't know why. Like, I use Aunt Jackie, the Curl La La, like
And like that's
it
a
just,
great example of how great community can be, like being in
yeah,
community with people and having diversity in community because I'm a curly girl myself and uh, I have recommended products to people, they recommend it to me. We find dupes because that shit's expensive.
sure
Like
is.
these are the kinds of things we can be doing on this app to help each other out and put people on to things that'll save some money. Those little things add up, and we could be helping
That's
each other out that way, you know?
That's so important, Samzy. She said she's loving her curls now, and that's so important
Yes.
because I think a lot of little girls that have, like, I know when I was young and my mom didn't know how to manage my hair, it's hard, right? Because you go to school and people have, all the little girls have straight perfect hair, and then you're there with this and you do get made fun of. So I love that she has confidence in her curls now. That makes me so happy. It really makes me so happy because it really is hard on little girls.
It is. I remember when I was in high school, um, I decided I wasn't good at really caring for my curls, and like my by that point, obviously my parents had given me some independence with just like
Hmm.
doing my own hair and stuff like that. But I didn't like or appreciate my curls, and so I went to a salon and I had a chemical straightener done, and my hair is so curly, so coily that like even with a chemical straightener, my hair was like, nah, it's not meant to be straight. So
Right.
I started growing it out again, and it looked kind of weird because where it was growing in, it looked like my natural texture, but the rest of my hair was all straight and scraggly from putting chemicals on it that it didn't need. Well,
Right.
somebody at school like decided over separate girl drama, she did a really mean and unkind thing. The seniors did things called like a senior will, and it was this like document where all of the seniors would get out all of their grievances and shout outs to their friends and then mean comments to people they didn't like. Well, there was someone who didn't like me. She was a white girl and she took a shot at my hair. um, she said she made a really really mean comment and everyone in the school saw it because they read it in that stupid thing,
Oh, wow.
and I felt so humiliated, so embarrassed. And it's not like my family had a lot of money to take me to some fancy salon to get
Right.
it fixed. The salon I went to was what we could afford, and they completely fucked up my hair. I ended up going to like a salon inside of a Walmart and chopping all of my hair off because I was so embarrassed. I was so humiliated. And I had told my parents, like, oh, I just want to cut my hair. It wasn't until years later that I told my mom, yeah, I chopped my hair off because of what that girl said. And my mom was really frustrated with me because she was like, how you let her like make you feel inadequate. You should never feel that way. And you didn't have to chop your hair off if you didn't want to. But that's how mean people can be. And like, this was a girl who had a lot of privilege and had more money than a lot of people in my hometown. And she felt so comfortable hating on me like that, not knowing that I dealt with a lot of self esteem issues. I was already self conscious about my hair. My family didn't have money to like go take me
Right.
somewhere to get it fixed. and it's kind of like she didn't know what was going on in my life, right? And that's what I'm saying. We need to be kinder to each other because, like, the kids are going through all this bullying and shit. So are the adults, and you don't
Yes,
forget these things.
and the fact that we're still here bullying each other and then preaching to our children about bullying is so crazy to me.
And like Virgo, I just want to say, Virgo, I appreciate that you get on live and you make lunches and things. Like there are a lot of people who they would just like to be able to make lunches for their kids, or maybe it's
Yeah,
something they do together with their kids and they like it, whatever.
right.
And you're putting people onto affordable ways to do that. And
It's
I
important.
that's so important, and I appreciate that you do that. You don't know how many people you could be helping right now by doing that for them.
I appreciate that.
It's true. I mean, and I also believe that everybody here is entitled to space at any time. I don't think anything that anybody does in their space needs to be criticized. But Virgo, the reason I really wanted to talk to you is because I've said some things in my life, but I'd rather just say them like to you directly other than you like listening to my live.
Sure.
But you know, you've known me for a while and you kind of know my, you're welcome, Loopy, anytime. You kind of known my stance on like anti-scam awareness kind of thing. Like it's just really always rubbed me the wrong way. And I get it. And I believe that the people that are supporting you should absolutely support you. But I'm just hoping, Virgo, that this may have just kind of opened your eyes to, hey, I really didn't need to be so hard on people, that there really is a struggle that, you know, not everybody has the same means to do. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that maybe you can see this from the other side, because I think we all remember some of the rhetoric that you used when you were anti-scam and awareness, and saying the things, you know, that, you know, Christmas comes at the same time of year, those kinds of things, you know what I mean? And maybe you can now like just say, okay, I'm just not going to do that to anybody anymore.
Absolutely. It's the reason that I stepped away, you know, a little over a year ago, is because I did realize that, like, there aren't resources for me to give people, first of all. And then, you know, then who am I to say, like, no, I can't help you. But you also shouldn't go back to TikTok and ask others who might be able to, you know what I mean? Like, what do I look like? So I 100% understand your stance. I see it for what it is today. And
It's not hateful at all, Virgo.
no,
You know,
I don't take it as that. I said yesterday when I was listening to you, like, I totally get where she's coming from, and I respect it being called out for what it is, in a kind way. You know what you're not
yeah,
being
I
hateful.
was
You're just,
hoping, I
yeah.
was hoping that if anything, that you realized that I wasn't coming from a hateful place at all. It
No, I
was
get that.
more of just like, man, this is, you know, so many people do really go through it. Not that I couldn't see like anti-scam for like habitual people
Sure.
that are just coming here wanting a fucking pack of cigarettes or something. Get it? That there are people with real struggles. And I think I probably expect people that know the struggle to kind of respect the struggle, you know, and not hold everyone to the flame when they're really just trying to survive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't. Also, I need you to know that I don't, that part, me saying like you used to say those things, I do not believe that because of that makes any of the behavior that you're receiving justifiable.
I do know that. I've
Okay.
heard the things you've said, and like I know where you stand in regards to that. I don't think you feel that way, so I get that. And I don't think anybody deserves this. Like, even if they are just asking for a pack of squares, like, you know what I mean? Nobody deserves to be drugged like this. And now I do really see it
Squares.
for what it is.
A pack of
Sorry.
squares. I haven't heard squares in a long time.
My husband says squares, so
Squares. It's
but yeah,
fun.
I now I really know how it feels and can't imagine, like, especially even if someone's in active addiction, like, damn, they're just trying to survive. I was there before, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do get it. I do see it for what it is.
Good. I just didn't want you to think that it was coming from an ugly place, or that I was somehow justifying anything that,
No, no, no.
because there's a lot of lies, Virgo,
Lots of
and that,
lies.
yeah, a whole lot of lies, and I think that's really important for people to see.
Yeah.
I think, and it's happened to me, that the shit that Scammy framed around me was because she was mad at me for something else. Same with Virgo. She has a personal problem with Virgo, so she's gonna paint and frame that to make Virgo look as absolutely bad as she possibly can.
I mean, we're
But
talking
it's,
about $200 here.
yeah,
You know what? I
and
mean, what are we doing? What do you?
right, I get it. I totally get it. Also, it's a retaliatory thing. It's not
Right.
awareness. It's not, hey, I gotta make sure you know about this. It's not that. And the amount of people that feed it and give it energy and clap for it is the reason it keeps continuing to happen to people.
Of course.
And the cycle is not going to stop until everybody realizes, hey, that's wrong, and I'm going to call it wrong. And I think everybody here has the ability to do that, to look at something, notice that it's wrong, and be able to speak and advocate to the fact that it is wrong. People are going to clap for stuff regardless of anything, but I think it is solely our responsibility to be able to decipher between, I want to make you aware of this, as opposed to, oh, I just want you to really hate this person and drag them every chance you possibly can get to.
Sure.
So I think it's all all of our faults, all of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've all engaged in it and took it too far and at times, and yeah, absolutely. We could
I think
we've created this side of the app from all these
absolutely.
other little communities coming
Build it
together and
brick
just
by
watching
brick.
drama. Yeah.
Build it brick by brick. You're right. I appreciate you having the conversation,
Yeah.
because I don't like to, I don't like to misrepresent what I'm trying, a point that I'm trying to make. And it was important that I knew that, or that you knew that I wasn't in all being hateful about it.
No, I didn't take it that way, and I appreciate you clarifying too. I'm usually always able to have conversation, so like
Yeah,
anytime.
same. I know
Yeah.
that's a hard concept to wrap people's heads around, but
It
I'm
is,
pretty
yes.
fucking good at it, actually.
Same. Yep.
All right, I
All
appreciate
right.
you,
Thanks so
Virgo.
much.
I don't think we all have to just, I can dislike people and not want to see anything harmful or hateful happen to them. You know what I mean? I hope that at some point we can reel ourselves in and figure out a kinder way to move forward. And if that means that you have to leave some hateful people behind, then I don't really see a fucking problem with that. You know what I mean? If it's like, well, I really don't agree with that, I'm going to leave that person, alone, then kudos to you for being able to use your own discretion and make your own opinions and not let so many other opinions influence what you do and feel. Hi, Abu Omar. But, and I don't want anybody to think that I don't include myself in that. Of course, I don't. Whoops.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Get Habibi.
How are you, Ben?
I am good, Abu Omar. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be guilty of that either. You know what I mean? I don't want Regardless of the popular opinion about me, that is not in any way that I move or want to be known for moving that way. I never ever find joy in somebody else's pain. In fact, all I find in other people's pain is actual pain. So, yeah, it's just, I don't ever want it to be me. And I 100% also expect my friends to call me out if I am perpetuating that in any way. And I have good friends, oh my god, that will do that. Hey, did you guys hear the story about Ivanka Trump? This is a good story. Oh, absolutely, Loopy. But this is, for me, the perfect way to describe our administration. Actually, just maybe YT people in a fucking hole. But so Ivanka Trump and I think Jared Kushner were on some type of outing in Albania, and they came across an island, and they decided, this is our island. We discovered, in fact, they said, an undiscovered island, right? This is our island. We now call this our island. We are going to turn it into beautiful beach resorts, and we're going to do all this stuff. And then the people of Albania said, the fuck are you talking about, bitch? You didn't find that fucker. That motherfucker's been out there the whole time. In fact, it is actually protected land. That is protected Albanian land that you're talking about, that has some of the Earth's most important ecosystem, coastal line, wildlife that is being a sanctuary. But Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner showed up there one day and said, hey, we're Christopher Columbus. We want this island. We're going to... And the people in Albania are fucking pissed. Protest like crazy. Protest like fucking crazy, man. They said, you think we want to fuck with that fascist government? You think we're going to let them take our land? They said, no, bitch, hold my beer. They burnt down the prime minister's house. As they fucking should. Listen, the way my head split, like right here, and flames shot up, I was so annoyed. You privileged fucking pieces of shit. I can't. So that is actually a story. So if you want to put Albania into your little search engine there, it will bring you up videos of Albanian people just in the streets. Like, it's absolutely not helping. And I couldn't be more happy about that. You know, when shit hits the fan and something like really fucked up happens here, I'm like, when in doubt, Nepal that shit out. What they did in Nepal should have already happened here about 16 goddamn times. I don't know why we're so docile. I do know why we're so docile. We're conditioned to be this docile. But yeah, that pissed me off, man. What up, Bear? That pissed me off. We're the most ignorant humans on this fucking floating rock. And the food. Did anybody eat kosher? Did you guys know that? I hope you are too, Bear. Did you guys know that? Everybody should be buying kosher or kosher / halal food. If you are in the grocery store, there are certain symbols. You can put that into your, actually, I might have a screen. No, I'm not going to get it. You can put that into your search bar, and it'll show you the symbols on the food, right? that show that it's kosher or slash halal. Okay, those are the foods that you actually should be buying. Everybody should be eating kosher. They leave the harmful ingredients. You won't find all those harmful ingredients in the kosher or slash halal food. This is obviously part of the same machine, the same, well, we're just gonna let that part go. But the food is much better for you, and it lacks all the ingredients put in there to purposely kill us. And if you don't believe me, a simple Google search will prove it to you. The way I wish people would understand, because I do believe that if it was understood, a lot more people would be up in arms. They are trying to kill us. They do things and they put things in things that are there to make sure that we don't last long. And I need people to wrap their head around that. The ticks. Now we have, did you see the hookworm? Now the hookworm's back. Do you know what the hookworm is? The hookworm hasn't been seen here in 60 years, but it is making its way back, and it is a flesh-eating worm that will kill all the cattle. So, can't wait. The ticks are a problem. The ticks, did anybody see the seed ticks? The seed ticks that look like a basically as big as a speck of dust. Can't even tell that it's a goddamn bug, let alone a tick. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Time to open eyes. A lot of things, and I ain't tooting my own horn, but I told y'all to listen to me last year. I told everybody to listen to me. And I wasn't begging, but a lot of the things that I began this a year ago, a lot of those things have already come true. A lot of them. Now, that being said, remember a year ago, and if you remember, Loopy read a poem the other day, right? And I told you guys, they're coming for the autistic children. Did you see what RFK said? That he wants to make a searchable database for all autistic people. Man, when I tell you them camps ain't just for immigrants, man. Them camps they ain't there for just immigrants. I saw a woman on the internet last night trying to come here and tell people that they're coming for your autistic children. And she was frustrated, and she had every reason to be fucking frustrated because she doesn't believe people are hearing her. But her, much like me, can see the pattern and the rhetoric around autism to know exactly where the fuck it's going. Yes, the data centers in drought areas. Hey, last year I kept saying I'd come live and I'd say, keep your eye on Memphis, Tennessee. Keep your eye on Memphis, Tennessee. Watch Memphis. I don't think anybody did, but the building data centers in Memphis and wreaking havoc on the water. Why did they choose Memphis? Just like that bitch said in that video that I played the other day. Privileged people believe that the data centers are needed, but they want to put data centers in the poorest of neighborhoods because they say that that's what they deserve. They deserve to have their water fucked up. They deserve to have their energy grid fucked up. They deserve it. And that's why they go to places like Memphis. Because if bad stuff happens to them, they don't give a fuck. Did you see the lady here who said they should just use Flint? Yes, Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. And that's what I mean. Things are only going to get worse. These things are not going to get better. There are going to be people in droves on social media trying to figure out a way to survive. Hey, also, if you like protest content, oh, I got an email. Nada. If you like protest content, I know I keep talking about Delaney Hall because it's super important. So the hunger strike that started at Delaney is now being picked up at other camps. Okay? If you have contraceptive, period. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you for paying attention. Has now moved to other concentration camps in the country. So, what is happening at Delaney, though, all weekend is mass protests. So, I expect a lot of pushback from the state on that, but they have let the protesters move back to in front of Delaney Hall. So, it's probably going to get pretty crazy. I know Who's King Trib plans on being there all night tonight. That's a good live to watch. Adam Cray said he was going back to New Jersey. Bitch, if it was just me, I'd be in New Jersey. If it were just like if my life circumstance was different, I would be in New Jersey. I would be there. In fact, if my life circumstance was different, there's probably not a protest that I wouldn't show up to. I'd show up to every fucking single one of them, but this one being so close, I would have been there the day it started. Adam Cray, Bradley the Buddhist, Who's King Triv. Adam Cray is great at protest because he throws the Constitution at ICE. He throws the Constitution at law enforcement. It's just pretty really good content. But that's where I'll be all weekend. I'll be in those lives all weekend. I do repost them. I do add them to my story when they're happening. I try to record and repost, but TikTok does not like that. So I don't get much content out about it because it just gets suppressed or taken down. Doing it now, I would be scared. I saw this happening and scheduled it for 6 months ago. Yeah, the contraceptive thing is a big deal. And people, well, everybody should be paying attention to that. And, you know, when you look up that bill, look at that YT motherfucking blockhead son of a bitch and white supremacist piece of shit that's fucking making that bill. And when you see him, make sure that you look and see everybody that looks like him. Because if you didn't know this, Republicans hate women, man. Republicans hate women. They hate them. They want them to have nothing. They only want you to cook their meals, have their babies, and shut the fuck up. Test that theory. You'll find that it's true. All of those bills. They just want to euthanize women for using contraception or... Jesus Christ, I don't even know. It's a fucking wild time to be alive, y'all. Wild time to be alive. And if you're privileged enough to not pay attention, more power to you. I ain't gonna talk bad about you. That's a lie. I probably will. I probably fucking will. I got a little message for you. Should've let it go. I almost did something ugly last night, but I decided, see how easy that was? I was gonna do something ugly last night. You do have the capabilities. of not acting on everything that you think about. Because I was going to post the Amy Grasso song. And I can't even, listen, let me shut up because I might do it today. I ain't even going to lie. Because that bitch deserves it. And if I do make a video with the Amy Grasso song, just know I ain't going to fucking apologize for it. Leave me the fuck alone. If you want to be out here and be fucking ugly to people all the fucking time, then I think people can be ugly right the fuck back. And it's one of my favorite songs. Harassment and bullying like that. Well, let me get comfortable. Hold on, no, hold on. That's what you want to do? You want harassment and bullying? Is that what you want? Hey, see how quick that happened? See how quick? You want to report me for harassment and bullying? Perfect. Perfect. I love that. I love that. Let's get right to it. I got a little message for the team that won't let it. Should let it go.
Shipping, 1-year warranty, top speed of 20 miles an hour, wear a helmet. You have 3 different speed modes: drive, eco, and sport. Of course, Nisha, I appreciate the demonstration. Of course, Lincoln, if you have any questions, let me know. How does it charge? Yeah, so it's going to come with your charger. You plug one end into the wall and the other. Donald Trump is dying.
We're just going to go from
7 or 8.
Ooh, that might be a good video to watch. Did you hear his opening line? Donald Trump is dying. Maybe we might have to go watch that video after this. Yeah, because you want to because I said I was gonna play the Amy Grasso song since she wants to be out being ugly to everybody else, and I immediately, when I said that, I got a restriction for harassment. Only this time. Let's just go to my ad sound. We'll just go to my favorites.
These people have been calling us Goyim since we were children. Let me show you. First off, in the Crash Bandicoot game Mind Over Mutant, one of the characters, Coco, if you hit her enough, she says this.
We'll mess up your looks for that. Lousy Goyim.
See how...
And in a 2003 Simpsons video game called...
That's so true. Did you guys see that video? They've been doing this to us for a long time.
These people have been calling us Goyim since we were children. Let me show you. First off, in the Crash...
I'm forced to step down to save face and family name, resigning quietly while others bear the shame. A famous last name can shield you
For so long.
but karma. Drive the motherfucking van! Come now!
I know every word. I could sing it. I could sing that song. And don't come crying if you find that on a video today. You dish enough of that shit out. I believe that you should fucking take it. I think you're one of the ugliest people to ever exist on this app. And when I tell you, I 100% believe that you are entitled to that same ugly fucking behavior, I couldn't mean it fucking more. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. same last name and shield you for so long. But karma. Now, don't ever say that I won't come here and hand that behavior out to somebody that I think fucking deserves it. Maybe you should get off Virgo's ass. Maybe you should move on to something else before somebody moves on to you. And then you have to go to court again, because I think that's fucking wild. That you can get on this app and harass the fuck out of people. Make people want to off themselves. And then go to court when somebody talks about you. Why do y'all support her? Why? I need answers sometimes, man. When I ask these questions, I really do need answers. Like, what is it about that makes you want to clap? What is it? Here's another thing. Last night, I knew that there were multiple lives going on, right? I knew that Megan and Martina and OG were all going after Virgo. And then Whitty was live, drunk, acting a fucking fool. Here's something about me. If I have to change my account to come watch you, I'm probably not going to. If you think that I'm going to stop what I'm doing to show up to watch a bunch of bitches be ugly to another, I ain't doing that either. You know where I was? I was in Mikey's live. You know what we were doing? Vibing. He was playing the best music. He was playing the best music. I was in a vibe. I was cleaning, listening to Mikey talking about docs and peace. And then I couldn't even be real mad about that either. I mean, I wasn't going to get real upset if he was going to dox peace. I wasn't going to cry about it or anything. Because, you know, peace is another one that every chance she gets, she tries to align me with Hamas. So, yeah, peace, I don't really care. I just don't really care. But that's where I was. I was hanging out with Mikey. And I don't know. I really don't think the cycle is going to stop until people start supporting super ugly fucking behavior. I think we're stuck here until that fucking happens. Until people can recognize when something ain't fucking right. No. Well, where have I been? Because I ain't never seen it. I've seen the opposite, though. I've definitely seen the opposite. Yeah, I think that sometimes that's all you have to do. Because that video she made about you in the whole schmooze side thing was absolutely abhorrent. Absolutely abhorrent. I think I'm done. What? Can someone tell me why the people bullying Whitty last night were the ones to do a welfare check? Okay, so what Mikey was telling me was happening in there were that people, and this gotta stop too, going in there to like egg her on. And Mikey wasn't real happy about that. So they called a welfare check on her last night? See, I don't know. Because, hey, coming from an alcoholic's point of view, that behavior comes along with drinking all the time. He said lip gloss, he was in there. He was wanting to dox to stop it. She was hitting herself. Here's the thing. if you guys keep showing up every time Whitty comes on the app drunk like that, she's gonna keep showing up like that. It's kind of along the same lines, right? That you can't give her attention. You can't. Quit going in there. Quit egging her on. Quit perpetuating it. Because that is schmuicide and alcoholism are like that. Yeah, well that's absolutely insane. So, I mean, if you're gonna go in there like with kind like, hey, you know, or, you know, that kind, but people going in there and egging it on is you're the one contributing to her demise. I don't know how else to look at it. I don't ever go in there. I don't go in there because I know I trigger her. Yeah, well, Pacific, I would expect nothing less from you. I get it. But it's actually going to have to come to a point where there's 0 people in a room. I 100% believe that, Firebird. I 100% believe that. She absolutely is going to get somebody hurt. You're right. And she doesn't care at all about it. So, let me see if Woody's on here. I'm sure she is. That's another thing. Oh, announcement. Thanks all about that tea for covering Bilal's daughter's face, but yeah, I can't fuck with you. I didn't know you was a Megan supporter, bitch. I'm forced to stand down to save face and family name. Quietly while others bear the shame. I can't wait until new Florida Man music comes out. You said Drama Talk posted it? Drama Talk been going through it too, girl. I ain't got nothing against BB. The only reason me and BB aren't friends anymore is because she wanted to be friends with Scam Slam, and that just wasn't something I was sticking around for. But I don't wish her no harm or ill will. Defiling the innocent against their will. Dun 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 dun. I don't see her on Drama Talk. I don't see her on there. She got 2 pages. Let's see if it's on the other one. Defiling the innocent against their will. I don't see her on either one. Rumors of impropriety. Yeah, I don't see her on here, guys. Let me stick the storage shed. I wish she would be more self-aware when she rewatches the live, but unfortunately addiction is hard. Yeah, maybe it isn't on here, which would be impressive to me. No, it's here. I found it. Actually, how many times was she live, for fuck's sake? What was yesterday? Oh, she must have. Today's the 5th, right?
Hey, I just had a question for everybody because I was thinking about this last night a little bit. Has anybody, and it's not an excuse, I don't want it to come off as if it is. Oh, sorry, they heard that. Hold on one second.
Yeah, she has like 4 lives here.
But has anybody noticed that Whitty is kind of a mimic and that she is observing everything that goes on, and then when she gets really super fucking drunk, the things that she comes on here and says kind of go along with all of the drama? Because I've noticed her racism comes out
Yes.
a little bit more when racism is the topic and people are getting attacked
I
for it.
noticed that the other day
Okay.
because I had not noticed that about her prior.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
almost like
that there were some instances of saying the N-word, did she?
she did, but racism was also a topic then too, and that's kind of why I feel a little empathy for her, because I feel like when she gets drunk, it's not an excuse, it's still not okay, but I feel as if the things that she's digesting somehow just kind of get
Come
into
out
her mind
when
and they
she's
come
drinking.
out, and those are her friends that, you know,
That makes
kind of have
sense.
stood on things like the Black Bee, and so then I feel like those are kind of what she then internalizes and starts doing. In my opinion, I think she does it to fit in, but she does it in a way that's belligerent and offensive at times. And I mean, it's offensive either way, but I think she's trying to kind of like be her friends, but
I agree.
he goes way too far because she's
I
drunk.
agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. And I kind of, that really did come out the other day in that live where she was singing Ice Ice Baby to the Latino man and then used the Black Bee with the other creator. And
Yeah.
that was kind of, I had not seen that before. And, but again, I don't watch Witty. I don't go in her lives for whatever reason. I trigger her.
Yeah.
And I think now looking back, the reason why I think she does like the Marines thing is in like answer to my support for Palestinians. That's kind
Yeah.
of where that ooh rah thing was coming from.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever been that freaked out by a human being on the internet. When she does that for whatever reason, it sends a like cold chill down my spine. So I avoid that
Yeah.
space. But I think too that Woody's been getting drunk on the internet and saying things for a long time, and a lot of people go, "Oh, it's because she's drunk." Well, it
Yep.
doesn't matter. What I don't like, you can't use your alcoholism as a crutch to do ugly things here, and
Exactly.
it's really again going to always boil down to the attention that she gets when she does it that makes her come back and do it again.
And I think she genuinely
Other
thinks
than she's lonely, I know she's
yeah.
lonely.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I feel like the reason that she kind of gets on here and does it is because there's nobody left in real life that wants to deal with it. And so it's kind of either come here and do it or there's nothing. And I feel like she's trying to fit in, but she's obviously trying to fit in ways that are showing that she really needs to work on herself a lot, and
A
she's not
lot,
going to. But
and
I
I don't
have
think she
noticed
is.
those tendencies tend to come out more when it's at the forefront of other conversations, and it just tells me she's listening to everybody, and she 100% is, in my opinion, trying to fit in with people, and it's just not going her way, obviously.
Yeah, it's she said, or not your fucking mama. She kept saying last night that people were attacking her because of her political beliefs,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I can't even say that I've ever heard any of Woody's political views.
No.
I don't think people are attacking you for your political beliefs, but people are certainly going to attack you if you bring up ICE and sing songs like that to Latino people. You're going to have people that are going to have a problem with that.
Like she's
Shiva.
on a path of self-destruction, but then she doesn't realize that the self-destruction is hurting other people, and she doesn't
Yeah,
care to see it. And if you want to self-destruct, like self-destruct, nobody's going to stop you from doing it, but don't hurt other people in the process of it, because you're getting on here and you're saying really nasty things to people. Like the ice thing
that was
was
horrible.
just terrible.
It's
And
unacceptable.
yeah,
Unacceptable. And I didn't even know that Whitty voted for Trump.
no, I didn't
I had
either.
no idea. Like, I don't ask people who they voted for.
But again, that was a whole topic of conversation with some people, because I think someone had started talking about like making shirts in like a very Trump way. Like I think you did it yesterday. You were talking about a live where Casey had posted the video and Trump stuff was
Yes.
in the background. So
Yes.
it's just kind of like she sees stuff and then she loses her inhibition, and then she gets on here and she says the most outrageous defensive things. And yeah.
She said apparently her political beliefs entitle her to sing the Ice Ice Baby song. Well,
Oh, Jesus.
actually, most Trump supporters, most MAGA, love that song. And they play it, they like counter protesters will show up to protests at detention or concentration camps, because I refuse to call them detention centers, and play that song. You know what I mean? So that is pretty much indicative of the things that they do. Absolutely.
Thank you for letting me up. I just wanted
You're
to come up
welcome,
and see
Mom.
if anyone else had noticed.
I definitely did. Now she has like 6 lives on this motherfucker. Like, she started on the 4th, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lives. I'm going to assume that they just kind of got worse and worse as it went along.
Pussy, how are you? I know she didn't. I know she didn't. Stop! Don't act like I did. Oh, I'm not gonna leave Megan alone. She doesn't leave me alone, so why should I have to leave her alone? Is that the rules?
The 8-minute one is. She does have a lot of. This
right.
one's only 25 minutes long.
Okay. I miss you, by the way. I know I've made mistakes. Oh, Jasmine, take a box. Let's talk, if you don't mind. You can just like mask your face. Echo. Stop. Okay. Let's talk. I've already been yelled at tonight by Jen, so got that.
Let's watch this for a little bit. We'll go through
What
them.
you said you teach how? Is that a political term? Jasmine, is that what you're saying? I can have a political view? See, people are afraid to say their political views because of people like you on this app that they're friends with. Just saying.
I ain't scared to talk about my political views.
Yeah, I'm not going to be afraid to say, I know I am sorry that I made people feel afraid, and I understand what I said, and I understood.
What did she say that made people feel afraid?
Wait, hold on, Jasmine. Megan
Get
admitted to
that
her
low
domestic
enough.
violence. What are you talking about? I didn't accuse her. She admitted to it. Did you forget about that? Did Megan forget about the fact that she was the aggressor?
Did her and Megan get into it?
I know. I get it. For sure. I did. I'm sorry, lip glossy. I did. I hurt you.
The economy is whack.
Okay, Jasmine. Megan admitted to being the aggressor in the domestic violence case that her husband was convicted of. So, what did I do wrong? Oh no. Please, do tell. That's none of your business. Okay. So Megan didn't say out loud what she did. But you have a lot to say. Got it. Listen, I don't want to, I don't have to, be bribed by a bottle of vodka to tell the truth about anyone. There you go. If you know, you know. It's none of your business, but you brought it up. Okay. Okay.
So did her and Megan have an argument or something?
That's a good question, Jasmine. Did Megan talk about my DV in a platform that I was not invited? And that I
This is the other problem with Whitty. When she gets drunk and belligerent, she attacks her friends. So
Yes, right.
I am going to give Megan the benefit on the doubt on this one, and OG a little bit. She did go on live last night and say that OG's husband had cheated on her, which was a lie. And she was talking shit about Megan. Now, the stuff she's saying about Megan, I could be wrong, but I swear Megan's talked about that. And she admitted that she had a problem and that she was kind of, I believe, in the same situation Whitty is. And so if my understanding of it is right, she was drunk and she and her husband got into it, and that's how he caught the charge because some things had happened.
I remember her talking about it.
Yeah, so I can kind of understand why some people were angry last night that she got on and did what she did, because they really have tried to be a good friend. Like, I know that every time Whitty starts to crash out, OG's the one she calls. So for her to get on live last night and try to convince everybody that OG's husband cheated on her, like, it kind of was a slap in the face. But I also think that this is what Whitty does when she's drunk and she feels like a friend didn't do what she wanted, i.e., didn't let her in a box.
Somebody said that they didn't let her in the box, and this is the kind of thing that she does do. Like, she overreacts to every little thing.
Yeah, and she takes it very personally when they're trying to protect her because they know she's in a sorts. And so they don't do it maliciously. They're just like, Whitty, we can't do this right now because you're not in a good space. And then she gets mad and pissed off and she goes and does what she does. So I just thought I'd explain that because.
Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Echo. Play next. Echo. Fine mode. You know, if you don't want to stop talking about somebody, you should not talk to someone about your
I agree.
3-day-old husband cheating on you.
Did she say a 3-day-old? No, but
I'm not being nice. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Yeah, I'm a real good friend.
oh my god, how would she even know that? Right. It really isn't.
Yes, I am.
Oh. We can't know that for sure either.
How you doing, Riri? Actually, Echo, stop. Riri, how are you doing?
Is this when? This must have been when people were coming into her lot. This I think this was around the time that
Seriously, how are you doing?
I was in Mikey's live.
Riri, Lou? You know what? Hold on, honey. Riri, Lou? You know what? Hold on, honey. Jen's got me sad. Jen. She was screaming at me. Screaming!
Jen who? Yeah. God, what is all the knocking? Oh.
I did listen. Ash, I did. If I didn't listen enough for you, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Explain it to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to just say I need support. I want people to support me if they want to. I don't.
Huh.
Can you tell me what I said?
I didn't see that.
Heather, please. Well, I know I say awful things. I'm sorry.
If you know you say awful things, then why can't you correct it?
What are the awful things that I said? Can you tell me?
Oh, geez.
No, she didn't. She screamed at me. No, you just don't agree with what I had to say back. We disagree, Ash. I'm sorry. What? Here we go. So I can't have my own opinion about anything. Jen and Latino try to tell you. I know, because they didn't convince me that I should feel other. Okay, that's awful in your eyes. Because I don't think that people that are illegally here should stay here that are committing crimes, horrific crimes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not talking about children. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about...
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
she's
But she
definitely
couldn't even
MAGA.
listen. Okay. Well, all right. That's what you heard.
Man, I didn't know she was MAGA like that. I never listened to Witty talk about anything.
So even if I change my mind, so even if I say that nobody here should be committing awful crimes if they're illegally here, I should not change my mind because I'm still the same person.
I can't let those words sit out in the universe. It's already been proven time and time again that the vast majority of immigrants that are being rounded up are not only U.S. citizens, right, or here legally and going through the legal process and being picked up during the legal process of becoming a citizen here, are convicted of zero crime, not even misdemeanors. Witty.
My mind because I'm still the same person that said whatever I said, right? Right. You're just stuck on that. So even if I had heard it and I did hear it and I heard her story and I still feel compassion, doesn't matter. You're not even hearing what I'm saying. You're just hearing that I'm just an awful person. Oh, it had. I know I did. I'm sorry. I was not listening about taxes. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So now we're getting down to taxes. Okay. So so they pay. I did listen. I did. They get assigned a number and they pay if they're undocumented, but they didn't come in here.
That's also easy to fact check, that they actually pay the larger portion of taxes. All of these things and every mega talking point is very easily debunked with a minimal amount of research. I hate listening to rhetoric like this. I feel like I'm perpetuating it. Oh, damn.
If they're undocumented, but they didn't come in here illegally, they're just undocumented. Correct. I understand that now. That was my fault. My ignorance.
They really are.
They pay taxes if they're documented, not necessarily legal. I get it. I'm burping, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get it. They paid taxes. Got it. I do get it. Got it.
So there are people in her chat that are
I do get
trying to correct her. That gives me hope. That really does give me hope.
I do get it. Hold on.
Let's try to move this from the sun a little bit.
I have to go off. I'm here.
It's Witty. You can't see. Well, she's not on there right now. That's why. I'm in the sun. It's making it. All you can see are my fingerprints. Let me see if I can move this. Why so glum, chum? Why you look so glum, chum? Alright. Trying to get us out of the sun, because actually I am kind of baking. And you can't really see a fuck thing. That's Gianna's swing. What are you looking at? She must be off camera. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. I think really the only way to combat anything with Witty is just stop showing up. But I'm glad there were so many people in her chat trying to correct her. Or at least just trying to counteract the propaganda anyway. I don't know where she went. I don't know why her screen's black. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, shit.
Oh, she might have been.
I'm okay.
I don't know, J-Lo. That's really the question for
I
everybody.
didn't know I was still alive. Sorry.
Because the other night, J-Lo, she was live with a Latino man and began singing Ice Ice Baby. So now she's obviously gotten some feedback that people didn't agree with that, and I was actually just being more hateful.
They don't try to help me. No, they don't. Stop. Stop. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm seeing, or at least I'm seeing what you're saying. It's been a rough, hold on. Hold on.
What is she crying about, though? What did I miss? Because people were mad at her for it? Or people talked to her about it? That's why she's crying?
I'm still surviving, so leave me alone. Like, why do you keep knocking me down?
Oh, girl. Come on now.
I was wrong the other night. I was.
There you go. That's better.
They would not let me off that live. I don't even care to talk about it anymore. You know, Jen, if you don't, it's fine.
What do you mean? She was arguing. She didn't say that to the Hispanic person. Then who was she talking to?
I'm not asking you. I'm literally, I don't ask anybody for anything. Anything.
I believe that
I don't
too.
ask you for money. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, you do. I mean, Megan knocked me down. I mean, OG knocked me down.
Oh,
Like,
I
fuck
see
that
what you're
noise.
saying.
Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone.
Some worse than others.
Sorry, I can't even see right now.
I don't know who that is, and I don't know if you know you're in the box. Damien something. Damien Marie.
Really?
Yeah, Damien,
Really?
Maria. I don't know
So
who
the
you
only
are.
ones that are allowed to be happy and healthy are like Megan and OG and everybody else. Like everybody's made mistakes. Like knock the shit off. Stop. Karen's classic chaos. Who said I wanted it? Karen's classic. Who said I wanted it? At this point,
Yeah.
sorry. Trying to. No, I do, but I don't think I can achieve it. And I don't want to hear about anybody's like programs or anything like that. Listen, I'm keeping up on my own, and this is my journey. So either I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so sad. I was pretty pissed at myself. I didn't mean what I said. I don't even know what. I don't know what. So naughty. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm struggling.
Oh, man. See, I'm no good at this because I...
It's gonna be okay. What? Do you want to have a... Oh. I thought... Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm okay. You can come in the box. It's okay. Hold on. Let me just get another tissue, please. Hold on. I know I'm emotional. I just have a lot of good. And I can't even handle good. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. I know I have a lot of good. I can't even handle good. I think the good, it makes me lose my shit. Yeah.
Breezy.
No, you can come in a box, whatever you want. I don't want anybody to accuse us of
Jesus
talking
Christ,
outside of this
Breezy.
box, but yeah. I'll stop crying. Sorry. If you want to. If you don't, that's fine. Okay. I see you.
Oh, boy. Man, here's the thing for me, because was she, it doesn't seem to me that she was drinking now. Like, she doesn't seem drunk in that last one. My goodness, Whitty. She probably needs to just get off the internet at this point.
Have you been diagnosed with anything? Or like mental health illnesses?
Rather than accountability for harmful things she does, she makes it about how sad she is. Yeah. She probably needs to make it a little bit more about
Yeah, I'm moving. Are you a friend of like Bill W?
wanting to do
That kind
better.
of drinker? Yeah.
She was. I have a feeling these are just going to get progressively worse. I got an email. Motherfucker.
Is there somebody you want to talk to, or you can look through? Well, I mean, I know that we're just worried about your
Nothing.
status right now, my mental health. Yeah. So those are my 3 sons, and
No way, I didn't know that.
it's okay. You don't have to be sorry to us. I got a little too drunk. don't have to be sorry.
Is that the cops?
We're just concerned about the. If we leave, you're not going to do anything to hurt yourself. You have to be sure of that. So we have a mobile crisis team that can come out and talk to you. Do you have therapists or anything that you see or anything like that? A psychologist? So we just have too drunk. Sorry. You don't have to be sorry. We're doing our job, making sure you're okay. So, be here. Are you from here? No. Okay, where are you from? Warren County. Okay. What's making you feel down today? Just the alcohol, or is there something?
Probably the internet. They're at Whitty's house.
You can tell us we're here. Yeah, this is area that I'm living in right now. Are you, so... I drank too much, I'm sorry. Your friend said that you get on TikTok a lot. And that it's not...
I don't know. This is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm...
That's where they said you were live streaming something on an app. So you can ask them what they do. That's not of our concern at this moment. Right. You are our concern right now. To make sure you're safe. Sorry. So I did smack the shit up. And what was the reason for that? Then I took back. Okay. Have you ever thought about staying over TikTok? I know it's hard, but sometimes it drives people crazy.
Yeah.
It's not fun feeling like that.
Yeah, they said she was hitting herself.
Sorry, I'm kind of
No way!
55. That's okay. You look go to like red or anything? Yes.
They took her to treatment last night?
You want a sponsor? No. My parents are friends.
Oh, wow. This is really kind of wild.
My dad lives over for a long time. I want to do something. So I understand. And I don't understand like a pain that you're going through if you feel a pain inside of you. I don't understand that, but I do understand what it's like to love an alcoholic. So I think these people are your friends, otherwise they wouldn't have called us. They care about you, obviously. Well, they care in some
If that
way,
cop
shape, or
only
form.
knew,
Otherwise,
man.
they wouldn't have called us, okay?
If that cop only knew.
People that don't care.
They said she Ubered.
Whatever you were doing, okay? You don't want to kill yourself or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. Never attempted. Okay. Do you want me to leave here? I mean, I want you to be safe. So we did call mobile crisis out here. It's not a guarantee that they do anything. They just have a conversation. So I do have to work tomorrow in Madera and in Hill. So
That's her. Well, that's her saying she wasn't committing to any kind of treatment anyway. The first thing she said was, I have to work tomorrow.
They basically do a questionnaire, make sure that you sort of have the things and the means and the resources.
I firmly believe they called because if Whitty did do it, they would be responsible. That's a very good point. No way. See, I think this is actually feeding her addiction.
She's sitting there. It's like, no kidding. Oh, she's so good. There she goes.
Well, Harley Link, though,
That's what I work.
So, my question, did they have a recording of Whitty saying that she wanted to self-delete? Right. Because if they would have a recording of her saying she wanted to do that, that would be enough to commit her. Oh, okay. Because them showing up like that, if they even slightly, if they hi, Deb. If they have any kind of indication that you're going to hurt yourself, they will take you, and that'll be it. Something's telling me that Whitty has been through that before, though.
That's her litter box. That's her. That's Raven. Raven. Okay. Raven on board. So yeah. Are you? Oh, that's my son. Evan. Okay.
That girl's lonely, y'all. That's the problem.
Your kids? No. Okay. So because of drinking. Well, I understand that. Unfortunately, I unfortunately don't. I'm sorry. I know I'm drunk. You don't. Trust me. You don't have to be sorry that you've been drinking. I mean, it's not right. I just understand. I kind of feel this on a personal level almost because I dealt with this with my mother. I don't really have a relationship with her, unfortunately, because of her alcoholism. But I love her. So if you're feeling sad that you have children,
All right, yeah, I think I'm pretty much all done with that. That's gonna be really triggering for me, and I'm not going to do that to me today because I'm not in a very good headspace, so I'm not going there. You'll have to watch that on your own or in another live because yeah, unfortunately, with any addiction, there's trauma everywhere. So I also believe that Whitty is horribly lonely. I really do. I think she misses her children because they're constantly brought up, and obviously her alcoholism is driven by that. Those are all unresolved traumas, and that'll keep you sick. That'll keep you sick for a long time. And also, I don't care about Whitty's political beliefs. I don't like it that she says hateful things. Absolutely not. I don't accept it. But I also know that struggle. I also was that person. I was that person. So it's really hard for me not to relate really hard with that whole scenario. Unfortunately, I don't really get the feeling that Whitty is even somewhat close to getting sober. I also believe that this app is going to keep her sick. And I think people should take personal responsibility for that with the things that they go in there and say to her, or if they try to get her to pop off, or if they try to get her to act up. That's really ugly behavior too. That's a lot. And I'll have a hard time not sympathizing with it. Yeah. Well, then she's being honest. Then she's just being honest, and I don't think she should be criticized for that. She does, and I believe that from the bottom of my soul that she is not seeking out sobriety right now at all. Ooh, you want to stream MJ? Oh, we can't. I'm blocked. Oh, wait, no. Let me take that back. No, I think no, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Hey, by the way, day 4. Day 4 of asking, Day 4 of asking, MJ if, she's going to apologize for being racist. I might not be able to see her on this. I haven't used this account because it's on my granddaughter's tablet and I never have access to it other than the daytime.